Good morning. I'm Pastor Mike Wiegand from Faith Lutheran Church in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. This is your devotion and update for the 20th of February, 2025. A couple of things that are coming, wanted to point your attention to. One of them is that on the 9th of March and the 11th of March, we will be hosting open forums as we progress towards deciding a 6-year goal for worship at Faith. That's not just Refueled, it includes Refueled, but all of our worship. Just want to discuss that further. There'll be a number of these before, God willing, in May. We try to come to that decision on what our 6-year goals for worship are. But the first of those open forums will be taking place again after the late service on March 9th. And that same open forum, it's a repeat, will also be available on Tuesday, March 11th, 6:30. Both of those will take place in the Commons. There'll be more information coming, including a printed document to look over beforehand. But please mark those in your calendar. It's one where we want as many people as possible to be involved. Second one is that on March 16th, the Wisconsin Lutheran Seminary Chorus will be our guests at worship for Sundays, 7:45 and 10:30 service. So please make plans to come and invite a friend. For our devotion today, I pose the question, are you a worrier? I think in one way, shape, or form, we would all have to answer yes to that question. The lesson I'm going to read maybe isn't one that you would associate with worry and God helping us handle our worry. It's the story of Mary and Martha, and there we think maybe first of all, well, that's about priorities and Martha's misplaced priorities. But the two go hand in hand, and in fact, if you look at the very last thing that Jesus says to Martha, that last little paragraph, he addresses what he talks about as worry about many things. And the point is, sometimes our worry is just about things that maybe aren't as important as we think they are. And so that prioritization of listening to what God has to say in his promises will help us with our worry. The account of Mary and Martha from chapter 10 of Luke. As Jesus and his disciples were on their way, they came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary, who sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and asked, "Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work by myself? Tell her to help me." "Martha, Martha," the Lord answered, "you are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or indeed only one. Mary's chosen what is better, and it will not be taken from her." God's words to help us with our worry. Have a wonderful day. God's blessings.